On February 8, 2022, an FBI team stormed a New York apartment. They were hunting for 120,000 stolen bitcoins, which worth over 1 lakh crore today. The FBI assumed the thieves behind one of the biggest digital heists in history would be dangerous professional criminals. But the moment the door opened, even the FBI was stunned, because the mastermind behind the biggest crypto robbery ever was a glamorous rapper who made bizarre, over-the-top videos online. If you watch her videos, you too would wonder, how could someone like this pull off such a massive heist? Her name was Heather Morgan, also known as Razzlekhan, and from that apartment, the FBI arrested her and her husband. This entire case is so dramatic, so unbelievable that it feels like a film waiting to be made. Not because the hacking was complicated, but because of the strange creative way the money was moved around.
This video is made for educational purposes only. Trading and investing involve market risk. This channel will not be responsible for any profits or losses.
Back in 2016, a shocking news broke. Bitfinex, a major crypto exchange, had been hacked and 119,754 bitcoins were stolen. The theft was so huge that Bitcoin's price crashed by 20% overnight. National security agencies panicked, fearing the attack could be linked to a terrorist organization, and immediate investigation began. Early clues revealed that the hacker had edited the backend code, so whenever users logged in, their passwords were captured. Once the hacker collected thousands of these passwords, they triggered an automated transfer command, moving all those bitcoins into their own wallets. Then they deleted the access logs, making it impossible to trace who did it. After the hack, the thieves went completely silent. They didn't touch the money, they didn't move a single coin, making it impossible for investigators to track them. Time passed, Bitcoin's price soared, thousands became millionaires, and these thieves, they were quietly becoming millionaires. 4 years later, in 2020, the hackers finally slipped. For the first time, they moved a part of the stolen funds. Now, blockchain records are public, so investigators could see the movement but not the destination. That's when the hackers made their first major mistake. They routed some coins through a dark web service called Alphabay, a marketplace that mixed bitcoins together, making it hard to track hacked coins. But this move exposed them. The FBI discovered Alphabay's involvement and seized its servers. With massive amounts of new data, agents traced thousands of transactions. Amid this digital maze, two accounts kept appearing, both belonging to a couple living on Wall Street, New York. The couple was Heather Morgan and her husband, Leah. But when the FBI opened Heather's social media, they doubted their findings. Her videos were so strange, chaotic and dramatic that no one could imagine her holding billions in stolen cryptocurrency. But deeper research revealed the truth. Heather had worked in Silicon Valley, the heart of global tech. She had met her husband Ilya there, the CEO of a company called MixRank. The company was performing extremely well until Ilya suddenly shut it down in 2016, the exact year of the Bitfinex hack. The pieces were starting to align. The FBI now strongly suspected the couple but still lacked hard evidence because the hackers had never actually used the stolen Bitcoin, and they couldn't. If they tried to withdraw the money through any exchange, they would need to open an account, and that would expose them instantly. To withdraw the stolen bitcoins, they would need verified accounts, meaning they'd have to submit their IDs. And the moment they did that, they would get caught. That's why the FBI was confused when they noticed something strange. Heather was still writing a small freelance articles for Forbes, earning barely $50 to $100 per piece. She had also launched a tiny startup called Salesforce, and online she continued performing as Razzlekhan, posting bizarre rap videos. Her husband Ilya meanwhile had launched another startup called NPass. Now, logically, if someone secretly owned crypto worth thousands of crores, would they waste time on such small odd jobs? This didn't add up for the FBI. Then the first real crack appeared. The FBI discovered that the employees listed in both their companies had fake LinkedIn profiles. After deeper research, the FBI realized these employees did not exist and they were being paid salaries in Bitcoin. Words, all these fake employees' accounts were verified using the same electricity bill, just edited multiple ways to look different. The agents found that Heist startup were receiving hundreds of thousands of dollars every month from another mysterious company, clearly a laundering loop. By now, it was clear that the money was being cycled through fake identities, fake companies, and crypto transfers. The FBI also learned that Ilya had significant technical expertise, but they still couldn't determine who the real mastermind was. What exactly was Heist's role? Then a video surfaced. In it, Heist claimed she could speak many languages and had lived in multiple countries. This raised a new suspicion. Were they traveling abroad to launder money? Another video emerged, a lecture Heist gave 3 years after the hack, teaching students about social engineering and how to extract sensitive information from office assistants or managers. In one of her rap songs, she even said, "Spearfish your password, all your funds transferred."
Spearfish your password, all your funds transferred.
Spearfishing is a technique used to steal passwords. Clearly, she was hinting at something. A pattern finally started forming. Ilya's new startup was crypto-related. His startup specialized in cold emails to acquire clients. She was interviewing crypto investors to attract capital, and more investor money meant more help in laundering operations. Everything suddenly seemed connected, but then came a twist. He pointed out that in 2005, a Russian man named Yevgeny Lichtenstein had hacked the Bank of Indiana, and Ilya's full name was Ilya Lichtenstein. When the FBI compared photos, the truth was unmistakable. Ilya was Yevgeny's son, meaning the father had pulled off a major hack in 2005 and now the son was possibly involved in another. Further investigation showed Ilya and Heather were buying stolen passports, debit cards and identity documents from the dark web. But here's the catch, the items were not being shipped to the US, they were being delivered to Ukraine. Agents also found a detailed map of Ukraine in their possession, marking where surveillance cameras were located. Such preparation was far beyond the behavior of casual criminals. Ilya's father was a Russian. Ilya himself spoke Russian. The hacker spoke Russian. Putting these pieces together, the FBI suspected the couple might be planning to flee to Russia. But there was still one big problem. The FBI had no direct evidence. They couldn't arrest them yet. In 2021, the couple got married, and this is where they made their second major mistake. The wedding was extravagant. Razzlekhan performed on stage, money was thrown around freely, guests were given raffle gifts and prizes. Either they had become overconfident or they believed they had laundered the bitcoins well enough to safely test whether spending would get detected. To test whether they could spend the stolen bitcoins safely, they finally decided to use a small portion of it. After holding the cryptocurrency for 5 years, they bought a few prepaid gift cards, and those gift cards were linked into their home address. That was the final piece that FBI needed. They connected the dots and immediately applied for a search warrant. Then came January 5, 2022. The FBI arrived at their apartment and began the search. The moment Heather saw the agents, she locked her iPhone. Inside the house, the FBI found foreign currency, multiple laptops, and hollowed out books used to hide objects. They also found a bag labeled burner phones. But even this evidence wasn't enough to arrest them. To prove the hack, the FBI needed one thing: the private keys to the stolen bitcoins. During the digital forensic search, they finally found it on Ilya's laptop. The FBI discovered a spreadsheet containing over 2,000 private keys to various crypto wallets. With these keys, agents transformed the stolen crypto into a US government-controlled wallet. Now, the case was airtight. The couple was arrested. In court, Ilya confessed he had carried out the Bitfinex hack and laundered most of the 120,000 bitcoins. He claimed that at the time of the hack, Heather Morgan did not know about it, but once she found it, she helped move and disguise the funds. Investigators also found several gold coins which were seized by the FBI. Heather was eventually released on bail, but Ilya remains in prison, and unbelievably, Heather still attends crypto conferences and continues posting video online. Out of the entire hacked amount, about 1 billion worth of Bitcoin is still unrecovered. Many still believe that Ilya's father or even a foreign government may be involved. In the end, one thing is clear. These people were highly talented, but their choices led them down the wrong path and they paid the price. But for you, here's the important lesson. If you hold a large amount of crypto, never leave it on an exchange. Store it in your own cold wallet. It's safer because it isn't connected to the internet. And if you want to trade crypto futures in India, always use an FIU certified platform. I personally use Delta Exchange. When you trade futures there, 30% tax does not apply and you get up to 2x leverage. If you use our link to open your Delta Exchange account, you'll get a 10% discount on trading fee. Second, you'll receive a 2000 rupees Adirah AI subscription absolutely free from us. For this, we have shared a Google form in the description. If you want more videos like this, tell me in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.